Hi, Judy here with HarmonicLivingNow.com. Welcome back. I want to talk to you today about being overwhelmed. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is because it's summertime and the kids are out of school, and I know I help with my son and my daughter-in-law. I help watch my grandkids from time to time, particularly in the summer. Things heat up a little bit, more than one way, because the kids are out of school and there's all kinds of scheduling that needs to take place in order to make sure the kids are taken care of properly. But that's not the only reason. Sometimes we find that we are all of a sudden the caretaker of maybe an elderly parent or a spouse that's been injured, or maybe an adult child that's been injured. That can be overwhelming too. And when we're overwhelmed, when we're so consumed with everything that needs to be done for this particular person that we absolutely adore, a lot of emotions can run through us, because we not only have to take care of them and their needs, but we are still trying to keep up with ourselves and take care of our own needs and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do and have on the schedule for ourselves as well. And that can be really difficult to do. It can be difficult to do it physically, and also difficult to manage and cope with the emotions that come up. Because as much as we love these people, sometimes we can find ourselves being in a place of anger or resentment, and then feeling guilty about that because we're so exhausted. So I'd like to do some tapping today about that and around those emotions, to see if we can bring down some of those negative emotions that will exhaust us even further if we let them build. So if you haven't tapped before, please check out my how-to video and come on back and let's get started with the karate chop point. Even though I am completely overwhelmed with everything that I have to do for my loved one and for myself, I accept who I am and how I'm feeling about it. Even though I'm exhausted with all that's going on right now and everything I have to do, I wish I didn't have to do so much. I'm going to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel extremely overwhelmed, I don't know how I'm going to get everything I need to do for myself and still be able to take care of my loved one. I honor how I feel about this. Sometimes it makes me frustrated and angry. I have to admit, I feel resentful sometimes. I've got my own things I need to do. And I want to help. I want to be there for him or her. I feel really frustrated because there's just not enough time. There needs to be two of me, I'm sure of it. I'm just so overwhelmed. I wish I could do it all. It makes me sad because I feel really inadequate sometimes. I'm doing so much, it doesn't feel like I'm doing any one thing really good. And that doesn't feel good to me. Sometimes this whole thing just gets out of hand. And it's hard to put a stop to it. It's hard to say no. Sometimes I can't say no. I'm needed. I'm needed in so many places. And in all the wonderful ways. That feels good. But it's overwhelming at the same time. All this overwhelming in me. I'm so overwhelmed. leads to frustration. Sometimes a little bit of anger. Mostly at myself. Because I feel like I should be able to do everything. It would feel so good to feel good about what I'm doing. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I can just breathe into this and choose to change my perception of what I'm doing. Everything I'm doing is my choice. Even if it feels like there is no other choice, it's still my choice. I could say no, but I really want to help. I could say no, but that would feel worse because I really want to help and be there. I'm going to choose to change my perception. Everything will work out. I choose to look at it in a lighter way. To be a little bit easier with myself. I choose to give myself permission to relax with everything that I have to do. It'll get done. Maybe I can prioritize a little bit better than I've been doing. I choose to lighten up. I choose to be happy with everything I'm doing. After all, that's the most important thing in life. I choose joy. I choose to relax with all of this. Letting go of the overwhelm, the judgment with myself, the judgment of myself, the need to be perfect. Letting all that go. And breathing into joy. That felt great. If you're having a challenge with overwhelm, with whatever's going in your life, and you're finding it a little bit difficult to manage on your own, go to my website, harmoniclivingnow.com, and click on the Work With Me. I'd be more than happy to work personally with you, to help you, and give you the tools to manage and cope and actually release some of those negative emotions that keep you stuck and in that place of overwhelmment, so that whatever's happening in your life, you can live in joy. If you've already signed up for my Monday morning shift newsletter, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the family. If you haven't, I'd love to have you join us at harmoniclivingnow.com. Have a happy 4th of July to everyone in the USA. To everyone else, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week on the Monday morning shift. Until then, everybody, go out there and make it your own.